Hello, this is Manish Patel from the EII Capital Group. Today is Monday, October 25th, 2010. This is a weekly Ichimoku analysis for the currency Forex market. We're going to cover all the major pairs and a couple of exotics and stuff like that too. Okay. Um, Here's our normal disclaimer. All charts are in Thinkorswim TradeStation or freestockcharts.com. Music is Kitaro, and this is for educational use only. Okay, here are my contact details. You can follow us on Ichimoku Trading on Twitter, or you can contact us directly from EII Capital. Okay, so let's go straight to our heat map. We got a lot to cover, so we're going to start talking a little faster too. Remember our heat map, we have a rating system here where 5 to 8 is being bullish and -5 to -8 being bearish, where -8 and +8 are the extremes for each case. Okay, we give you the rating for 2 time frames. The reason why is you kind of want you could kind of from here the rating system see if the higher is influencing the lower or the lower influence in the higher. You kind of wanting things around the 5 area and increasing to 8 to start looking for opportunities on lower time frames or even the daily or the weekly. Okay, if you look at the Euro USD, there's conflict there. So is the Pound USD. Okay, but if you notice this, this is a 5 on the daily, and the weekly is 2. So it seems like the daily is now starting to influence the weekly. Okay, we'll definitely come back to that and look at that. Australian USD is at the extreme. New Zealand USD is at extremes. US CAD is just now starting to get bearish again. Looks like it's going to par. US FTSE still bearish. US yen is still bearish. Doesn't even look like it's weakening yet, and so forth. So I'm going to scroll down here, and if you look here, Australian CAD is still bullish and going strong. Australian New Zealand is bullish, and it looks like the daily is influencing the weekly. So let's go look at some charts. It's based on our rating system. We kind of know what we're looking for. So if we remember, there's conflict for the Euro USD. That doesn't look like much opportunity, but we do like to analyze the Euro USD first. If you remember last week's presentation, this was a resistance level here that we marked off. Pretty much today, this is today. It's occurring. We pretty much bounced off that last week. And we're confirming to go down. We're definitely doing a pullback right now. However, notice one thing: Chicago's in the cloud, futures bearish, Tinkinson, Cajunson are bullish. There's just conflict all among all the time frames of the weekly. So as far as long-term position trading, doesn't look like there's much there as far as a trend is concerned. Okay, for counter trend and all that, there possibly can. If you zoom down to a daily, this is what the daily looks like, and you could see that we got a little cup here. But you really don't know what's going to happen until you get to that resistance level here at 41.66. Today we kind of look like we had an inside day here. Sorry, not an inside day, but we went higher, and then we're kind of closing close to the end of the day. Let's go look at the US yen. There's not much really to talk about this guy. This guy's still going strong to the bearish side no matter what everyone's looking for. Definitely not looking at any opportunities at all until we definitely get to the closer to the Tinkinson here. That's the weekly. Let's go look at the daily. Daily, if you look at it, we got to the Tinkinson, but we still have yet to sit there and positively close really well above the Tinkinson. In so a lot of scenarios, you want it to be above the Cajunson, but that's not there. If you look, Tinkinson, Cajunson are pointing down, which is not good either. Let's go look at the Pound USD. Okay, if you go look at the Pound USD, let's go look at the weekly time frame. Again, it got to a resistance level, bounced off it, price is in the cloud, and just sits there. It's just consolidating back and forth right here in the cloud right now. You really want this guy to push and push above this pivot. If it does, then we got to this level here, which is the top of this cloud here, and then at that point we could trend up to here. But right now this thing's still not looking good as far as any bullish trades are concerned. Okay, Australian USD, if you remember, this is still going very strong according to the charts. So is Australian CAD. If you look at Australian CAD, it's still going very strong. You got the first little red bar there that for a very long time. If you go look at the daily time frame, still have yet to penetrate the Tinkinson. So we got alerts out at the Tinkinson, but yet to sit there and penetrate there at all. Let's go look at US FTSE, Euro FTSE, and if you look, this looks like a potential candidate here. If you look at the weekly time frame, it got to the Cajunson, bounced off that, and it's still bearish trend is still intact on the weekly time frame. If you look on the daily time frame, it looks like it's going bullish. However, be very, very careful, because right now we're at the Cajun Sin on the weekly, so this is a potential bouncing level. There's no real opportunities until we at least get to this level of 38.25 for this thing to start really trending on the bullish side. Okay, that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed the video. Look forward to some more Ichimoku tools being available very soon. You can follow us on Ichimoku Trading. Have a good week trading.